This is Sky with PoliticsNY. Schnepp's Media is asking each candidate running for New York City office this year 3 questions in 3 minutes. And right now I'm here with Erik Bottcher, who's running for Council District 3 on the west side of Manhattan. And Erik, we have a short time to get to know you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this seat.
Thanks so much for having me, Sky. My name is Erik Bottcher, running for Council District 3, which is the west side of Manhattan, Village, Chelsea, and Hill's Kitchen, roughly. And I'm from a small town in the Adirondacks, population 1,100. Came to New York 20 years ago, and New York is where I found community, I found myself, and like so many other people watching here today, and so many people over the generations. And I dedicated myself to giving back, working in public office, in government, working for the city council as the LGBTQ and HIV/AIDS liaison, working for the governor as the LGBT liaison on the fight for marriage equality in New York State, and then working as Corey Johnson's chief of staff here in the district office for the last 6 years. So there's a Democratic primary on June 22nd. Corey's termed out. He's running for comptroller. And I'm running in the Democratic primary to be the next council member for District 3.
So do you think that gives you an advantage over the other competitors in your seat, being that you've worked in that office for the last 6 years?
I know and have worked with so many people throughout the district, and the campaign has been, it's just been a really incredible experience. We have over 800 individuals have contributed to our campaign. We are endorsed by block association presidents, tenant association presidents, community leaders, everyday New Yorkers. And I think part of that is because I've worked for over a decade with folks here in the community from one end of the district to the other. And it's been a really incredible experience the last year, everyone coming together in the response to COVID-19. We delivered over 50,000 pantry boxes to seniors and families. We had over nearly 100 volunteers calling 6,000 seniors every week during the lockdown to make sure they had what they needed. And we've done community cleanups, and we have volunteers helping seniors get vaccine appointments. And our campaign, our city council campaign, is a continuation of those efforts, people coming together to fight for New York's future. It's been a really cool experience.
Now, it sounds like you have all your ducks in a row. And if I were room rater, I would rate you a 10 for that perfect bookshelf and plant right behind you.
Thank you.
So you're organized that way too.
Yeah, the funny thing is, for the first 8 months of the pandemic, when we were on Zoom every day, I was facing the other way. So I had this big blank wall behind me. And then one day I turned around and people were like, wait, you had a bookshelf this whole time you could have been sitting in front of? I wasn't really keyed into the room rater thing. So now I got my little bookshelf behind me.
And now what are some of these items? It looks interesting. Proclamation or something on your shelf there?
Yeah, so this tree is not real. And one of the first things I'm gonna do when the weather gets nicer, I'm gonna get a real tree, I promise. This is a copy of the marriage equality bill that passed in 2011. I can't believe it's a year already. It's one of my great, proud possessions to have that. You gotta have your copy of the Power Broker. Everyone's gotta have it.
Right.
This is a hard copy. Every New Yorker you've gotta read this book because, and it's long, but it reads quick. It's about, Robert Moses, obviously, but it's an amazing history of New York in the 20th century. So this is fun. This I got in an antique shop, and I do Zooms with residents, like meet and greets. And when there's kids and babies on the Zoom, they love this parrot. I'll bring the parrot up to the screen. And
ceramic, Erik?
Yeah.
Nice.
They love the parrot, and it's a big kid pleaser, and for adults too. This is a poster, a Think Positive poster and there's a husband and wife team who lives in Hell's Kitchen, and that poster is part of an international effort to expand positive thinking, and they're raising money to have that poster put in hospitals and government buildings and office buildings to emphasize the importance of thinking positive, something that we don't really talk that much about, but it ties into mental health. It ties into endeavoring to do better and think more and focus on love and positivity. And I love it. And I look at it when I'm stressed out, and it just reminds me to think positive. Last thing, I'll show you two more things. This is a map of New York State with stones from every part of the state. I'm from up here.
Cool.
So it's garnet. There was lots of garnet up in the Adirondacks. I got that in an antique store. And then this is the City Hall subway sign that I got at the New York store. If you go down to City Hall, the 1 Center Street office building, the David Dinkins office building, not many people know it's there, but in the base of it, there's a New York store where they sell lots of stuff that have like New York subway branded stuff. It's like the city of New York has a lot of products, and they have a lot of cool stuff there. People should check it out.
All right. Well, you heard it from Erik Bottcher running for City Council District 3. You gave us a full tour of your room there. And thank you very much. This is Sky with Politics NY.